Well, hello there, Dookley here. We're back playing Rise of Flight. It's been a while, 6 months or so, I think, since I played this last. I've played a couple missions in an extra career that I started just to practice a bit. I'm still just as bad as I was before, but I did remember everything quickly. I got all my track IR and my stick and everything set up, and I'm hoping to have recorded enough of this to make like a cool trailer. So before you see this, there should be like a cool trailer for my new series of Rise of Flight. If not, then hello and welcome. I never got to making the trailer. But we're going to do a new career, and we're doing the American Aero 20... Oh god, I wrote it down. Okay. Western Front. Anytime you want to load. Okay. We're doing American 94th Squadron, which is a very famous squadron. So we're going to go over here to April. What's the earliest in April that I can do it? 9 April? Is that too early? No? Okay. 9th April. Here we go. Flying Newport 28. If I could just select it. There, I've done it. This, and we're in 1918. This is the same squadron that Rickenbacker flew in, who's probably one of the more famous American pilots, who went on to have an extremely interesting life, including like several plane crashes, in which he almost died, and one where he was afloat in the Pacific for like a month. Very interesting. Here's a biography, which you should totally read if you get the chance. We'll start as a sergeant just because it's available. We're going to be an American sports star. No. American older gentleman. Race car driver, like Rickenbacker. A religious family. I think I'll be from... I'll just be an American laborer. And I'll be my actual age, which is 21. Paul Tate. That's fairly American, but not quite American enough. I'm going to be... Johnny with an E? No, maybe one N. I'm trying to think what's a really popular name around here. Eddie is a pretty popular name here. My name is not very American at all. What about? Well, let's think Ron Swanson, but that's not good enough. Oh, I should have thought of this before. I'll do, John... John seems really American to me. John Smith. That's too American. Rain... Smith. Rain Smith. John Rain Smith. That sounds a bit more German. Rainman. No, that's a mentally challenged guy who counts cards. John Rainsmith. I like that. That's dumb. Okay. It's really stupid, so I like it. Let's see. Let's change the picture. Oh, there's not very many pictures for Americans to choose from. This guy's quite stylish. That might be Eddie Rickenbacker. I can't tell. That's the same picture twice. One's just more zoomed in than the other. That's... that might be him too. I'm so bad with names and faces, it's ridiculous. But some of these are definitely like the same guy. Look, those are both the same guy. Again, could be Rickenbacker, I don't know. That guy looks very old. I kind of want to go with somebody who's custom? That's just some guy who made the game. Let's go with this guy, because you can't really tell, you can't really see him. He's just kind of, his hat's kind of down. I like it. Okay, ready. So yeah, we're flying a Newport 28, which is, okay. It's kind of a... It shouldn't have a problem with, the Pofalts and the... Oh boy, what's that other one? Anyway, the only thing we should worry about with the Newport 28 is the Fokkers. But I think I have an idea of how we can get away from them. This plane... I was trying to read about what this plane can do, and I've seen people say that they can effectively do a turning dogfight with it, and do a climbing zoom dive fight with it. So I was like, alright, well, I'll just try both and see what works. So who's on the roster here? Well, we don't have any... Duke? That's my last name. I'm not seeing any names are jumping at me. There was a few people from 94th Air Squadron who got a lot of... Well, not a lot, but like some... There was definitely some aces and things, but there weren't as many as a lot of other squadrons. And there's only like 2 or 3 guys that had over like 10, so... In all of like the American... squadrons. Anyway, yeah. Well, let's go, I guess. We're gonna go to next stake, and we don't really have... So yeah, we have the cool logo, which is the hat flying into the ring, which is, Hat in the Ring is also the name of the campaign for this game, for the Americans, I believe. This is the latest date I've ever played a career in. I'm expecting it to go quite badly, because those high-level, like, German Fokkers should be difficult, although the albatrosses and things I'm not too worried about. So there's a line patrol, protection patrol. Oh god, I hate protection patrol so much. My least favorite thing ever in this game. Okay, so there we are. John Rain Smith. Stupid name. George Wooten. George Wooten. He's second lieutenant. He's our leader. It's first lieutenant, corporal, sergeant. Okay. Right, well, I guess we'll begin the mission now. God. Begin. Okay, we're gonna go into the, hangar. 94th Air Squadron default. Oops. So yeah, Alan Winslow. I think we saw him in there. Not noticing anybody else, really. 95th, that's... Early U.S. Air Squad. Default 95th Air Squad, 3rd flight. It's like a goat kicking itself in the face. Interesting. We're gonna go with the default 94th Air Squadron, I think. That looks quite good. Ammo 74, yeah. Compass? I'm kind of using some of the cheatier settings, like the navigation and the icons and stuff. I'm leaving all that on just because it's been a while since I played, and it's just more fun to play it that way, I think, because I like just getting into battles and stuff, and navigation things is a bit too real for me, I would say. So here we go. Ooh. So let's get mine recentered. Oops, my fraps counters come on. God, that's gonna annoy the shit out of me. Alright. That's working a lot better than it was before. So, I had to restart there, just quite quickly. Yeah. Okay. I'm paying attention. I'm the last guy, alright. There's 5 of us. Is there a fuel? I don't think so. This doesn't have a radiator or a fuel gauge thing to worry about. So that's good. Gonna bring... Oops, sorry. Squeaky mic. I'm just gonna bring it a bit closer so you can hear me much better. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I can hear myself alright. Hopefully you can as well. Michael Kelly, after you, sir. This plane flies pretty much like a 17 or an 11. Quite nicely. Takes off all on its own as well. It's got the usual rotary rotation of going to the left, though, so... what kind of engine does it have? I've forgotten. A Gnome 9 something. Don't worry, there'll be some stats for the Newport somewhere. I could put them on the screen here, or I could have already put them somewhere else. So there you go. Oh, we're gonna turn off auto mixture. Oh shit. There we go. Okay, so there is a mixture. It was just on auto mixture, so I was confused. And I had the slider at the bottom, so once my mixture had run out, I just stopped moving. Right, so we're already a bit behind them, but we did take off last. John Rainsmith. What a fucking name. Look at this. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Now, I'm absolutely terrified as to what we will encounter here. We're going 13.7 kilometers or meters. Meters? Kilometers. I think it's kilometers. I don't know why it would be in miles. It might be in miles because I'm an American now. I don't know. I have no idea. I got some cool old-timey, like, 1910s styled music and things, like gramophone stuff and those. So I'm going to put some of those in here as well. Some of that music, possibly. If it's not too loud or something. Because there's about 10 sound levels I have to balance with this game. There's a good chance one of them will be off. I feel like it's really loud. It probably isn't. It's probably just fine. I'm just going to adjust some things here. That sounds pretty okay. The plane doesn't sound too loud to me. Should probably climb now. Everyone seems to be climbing above me. There we go. Oh. There we go. To take my fuel down a bit. Now, where the fuck is my height? It's that tiny one on the bottom right, which I can barely read. There's no way I'm going to be able to zoom in close enough to read it. Anyway, I've got a pretty good idea of probably about that obligatory, like, 10 marking on there, which people are like, oh, it's 10,000 feet, oh, it's a 10,000 meters, and all this shit. I have no idea, but I'm guessing it's probably about 10,000 feet. Maybe? This plane has an operational ceiling of 16,000 feet, so... or something like that. You should know, you just looked at the fucking stats, come on. I've got a clock as well, looks like it's a bit past... well, it's about 7:30 there, I think, on that clock. God, guys, wait for me! My airspeed's pretty good, considering I'm climbing. About, like, 130, I think that's what that is, there. It seems pretty goddamn quick, especially for a plane of this vintage. So we've got a bit of a ways before we get to the lines. They're up there somewhere. We are on like a lower section of the Western Front, kind of down more in the middle of France, because before, on the last series I was doing, I was in the channel map, which is by Ypres, and like Newport and stuff up there, which was like the very top. Now we're kind of in the middle area, which is not... I mean, the whole front was a pretty big mess, but this area wasn't, I don't think, quite as hot. I'm not really sure what's around either. For towns and things, I'll have to check on the map. Good God, they are pulling away from me. Is that my height on the left? Maybe not my speed? No, it's my speed, okay. Well, we're just gonna speed up here. We'll be here all day otherwise. Alright, we're coming up on the first checkpoint. I don't see any bogies around. Ooh, cloud. At all. If I say that, there's something over there. I'll have to wait and see what it is. Let's just adjust. There we go. Gotta hear every sound my joystick is making. That could be an attacking plane. I can tell if the formation moves. It didn't move very much at all. It could be coming for me. No, I think it's probably an observation plane from our side. Okay. Okay, now I seem to be about even with them. Oh, one of them's peeling off for something. They must have spotted something. I think they're going after that guy that just went over.